Well, it's been a while since we've done a taste test comparison on this channel. I think probably last year, 2023, while I was in Japan, I did some, not really comparisons, but at least taste tests of different products I was trying out while I was over there. But we have kind of a special occasion today. Paul over at Critical Eats Japan sent me a parcel pretty recently with some goodies, most of which I don't think I've tried out yet. So we'll just cut to the chase and get started right off the bat with this guy here. I was not aware prior to maybe like a month ago that Mello Yello had ever existed within Japan. It looks like it got introduced in the early 1980s, got discontinued, came back, got discontinued again, now exists in Fanta form for some reason. It's still kind of easy to find here in the US. If you find a Coke Freestyle machine, for instance, they will usually have it on the fountains there, but outside of like, I think the Eastern United States, it's pretty difficult to find cans and bottles. It wasn't for a while, but I believe due to COVID and from like 2021 onwards, it's not as easy to find. I was looking around my area and really came up with nothing. They were listing locations. I was checking those locations. They were all out of stock. So maybe it's an issue that would work itself out later, but thankfully, placing a food order earlier today allowed me to I put it in my Yeti tumbler here, but at the very least, we're able to do a direct taste test comparison with the two of those. A little bit of a story trying to get a hold of this Mello Yello though. I was looking around, I know Wingstop, they will have it on, they have Coke Freestyle machines there, so they will actually have it on their fountains. But when you go to order delivery through them, that's not an option for drinks, so that's not helpful. Looking around, Arby's was the next one I found that had it, and thankfully when you go on, I don't think they have a delivery service through their website, but if you go through Uber Eats, it is an option on there. However, the first order I placed, the person dropped it off. I met him outside, even though that was a mistake since we're going through a heat wave right now here in Las Vegas. Just stepping outside is awful, and I have to commute in it 5 days a week now. But they dropped off the items, and I immediately am like, oh, this is wrong. I see the drink, it's wrong size, wrong color, everything. I look at the receipt, I walk back over, I'm like, here you go. It's not my order. I'll go ahead and just, get the refund through the app and I'll replace it. So I had to replace the order. I picked a different Arby's location that's relatively nearby. Thankfully that one arrived, so I kept it in here just to make sure it's nice and cold for when we do the taste test, which we should really just start right now, eh? Yeah, in here with the red straw that probably is not playing very well with the background removal that I'm using right now, but American Mello Yello. I mean, if you know what Mello Yello is and you've had it, you know what it tastes like. It is not quite Mountain Dew. It's Coke's version of Mountain Dew. That's why it's surprising that they don't have like really wide distribution on it. But it's not a lemon lime flavor. It's a citrus flavor, so it's not like Sprite or anything like that. The color between the two, I'd say, you kind of can't see it just with the way the colors are on my camera here, but they're pretty much the same, and you wouldn't be able to see it in the tumbler since even in the regular cup that came from Arby's, it's a paper cup, so you can't see it there. But they're at least similar there. But this is the full sugar version, by the way. I usually don't order it, but I believe the Japanese Fanta is full sugar, so I figured probably the best way to do a side-by-side comparison. So let's get this guy open. Hopefully it'll open. There we go. It's satisfying sound too. I hope the mic picked that up. All right. Fanta Mello Yello. Let's give this a shot. I think that's the same. Well, I got some water over here as well. I have my bottle of water. Let's clear out the old palette there. Let's try it again. Now there is a difference between the two right now because this one is a little bit more watered down. The ice won't melt as much because it is an insulated tumbler, But obviously, it's going to be differences. It's going to have ice. It's got to be delivered here, everything else. Well, this is, you know, straight out the bottle. But I think those are identical. Like, they don't... Really? So much sugar. Yeah, those are the same. I honestly think those are they're the exact same. So I guess for anybody that's from like the East Coast, or I think Mello Yello, covering up the logo, I feel like Mello Yello is more of a Southern thing. Like I remember NWA Wrestling, National Wrestling Alliance, you had Dusty Rhodes doing a commercial, drinking an obviously empty can of Mello Yello, but, you know, hawking the prodigal, it's got my pretty face on the can, daddy.
And even my pretty face. Head to your favorite store and collect all 12. Woo! Take it from Dusty Rhodes, the American dream. Make the Mello Yello move.
So I guess for folks that might have had it there that live in Japan that might be missing it, this is your jam right here. That's, I don't know, man, that's cool. I shouldn't put such a smile on my face, but I think that's kind of neat. I was wondering if they'd be really different, but the fact that they are the same and the fact that I could at least do like a side-by-side comparison between these two things, I was afraid I wouldn't be able to find the American version and be able to do that. And having it there, it's a little, it just seems a little wild to me that there just is no difference. On to the next thing. Do I want to go to sweet? No, we're going to go to savory, because actually let me show you the three of the things more like it, that I will not be able to try today, or I'm saving for a different time. Two of those Shaka Shaka bags. Which one was this? He sent me two of these. He sent me some, I think it was a giveaway. Oh gosh, like 3-4 years. It was probably like three and a half years ago at this point. And I think those were the double cheeseburger flavored Shaka Shaka seasoning. This one is I can't see it. I'll have to put pictures up for a lot of the stuff on the screen. Ninniku kurokosho mayo. So garlic black pepper mayonnaise. I don't recall trying this one. I'm pretty sure I didn't. So I don't remember getting like a whole lot of fries when I was there last. I know I did on the way out. They were doing like a shiso and like sakura flavored one. I'd have to, I'll link it up there. I'm trying to remember what that flavor was. Those were pretty good, and I thought I had tried a different one. Maybe it was this garlic black pepper one, because I know I had tried some shaka fries along with the teritama burger, because just like the last week I was there, they were doing the teritama season. And the burger itself was kind of like, you know, there just was way too much happening with it. But the fries are always good, and it's nice to have the seasonings. I wish they would do that over here. The second one here was, Yakito Morokoshi flavor. But it's a, Morokoshi? Why do I not know that? It's a grilled corn flavor, which I like corn. For some reason, corn stuff in Japan just tastes a little off. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just used to like really bland flavored corn over here. Sometimes you get pretty bland corn. It's not fun. But those will be fun to try. Those, I'm going to have to order French fries from McDonald's fresh. You want to do that over here, order them with no salt through the app or through anything else, and you'll get fresh fries. And that'll have to be something. Either I make another video on it or do a short. I might do a short or a reel over on Instagram. That'd probably be the easiest thing to do on the go, since I would have to be physically at a location, order the fries, and then make them. Now, another thing over here, I believe this one I have tried. This is a Georgia Emerald Mountain blend. It's coffee and milk in there. I've tried a few Georgias. This, you can kind of find it. This is another Coke product. You can kind of find Georgia stuff over here every once in a while, depending upon the Japanese market you go to. I feel like most of them will usually just carry Suntory products, or there's another one that's canned coffee that is really easy to find, but I can't remember the name. I'll have to put it up on screen. But you'll usually find stuff like that. For whatever reason, Coke just is just like, yeah, we're just not going to have anything like that over here. But yeah, this is probably something I'll end up taking to work. I'll throw in the fridge there and get it nice and cold and have it as a kind of a mid-morning pick-me-up, since that's what canned coffee's there for. Another thing I don't have in here right now, because I had to put them in the freezer once I actually got the parcel, was some strawberry milk Kit Kats. The bag's really cute. It's got Hello Kitty on it and everything, and the actual Kit Kats, when you get them out of the package, have them. Unfortunately, with the parcel coming from Japan, coming here, and we've been in kind of the middle of a on-again, off-again heat wave since it's summertime. It's already hot here in Las Vegas, and it's been extra hot. By the time I got the box out of the parcel locker, and then opened it up and saw everything, I felt the bag of Kit Kats, and they were soft, and I'm like, oh no. So I put them in the freezer. I got them in the freezer nearby, and I've had one. They reconstituted, like the wafer inside's just fine, but the chocolate obviously just kind of gave up. So they're not photogenic, but they're good. It's strawberry milk. What's to hate? But we do have two other things here to try. One of these I thought I've had. I may have last year, thinking it was the same thing, because years ago, probably a couple months into COVID, I did a taste test of some stuff. And one of those was Koikeya strong potato chips. It was the, was it the Abare Yaki Ume? Those were really good. I liked them quite a bit because I like umeboshi quite a bit. But these ones, they're in the similar vein, but they are Abare Shiso Ume. So these are not grilled, but it's a combination of shiso leaf, perilla leaf, which I'll admit is not my favorite thing in the world, but I don't really like a lot of herbs. Like cilantro's fine. I don't have a problem with cilantro, but some stuff like they make spring rolls. You can go to like a Vietnamese restaurant, and they make like not like the fried spring rolls, but the fresh ones with the rice paper wrapper, and they'll have like glass noodles in it and some veg and meats of some kind, shrimp and stuff like that. I think it's either basil or mint they put into them. And it's one of those things where you bite into it, and for me, it's like the only thing I can taste. Shiso I'm not huge on, but I think when you use it in applications where it's a combination flavor, like I've had pasta that uses tarako sauce or mentaiko sauce, and then you have like really thinly sliced shiso. If you eat the pasta, the sauce, and the shiso all together, that's where it starts to work. Benishoga is another thing that I am not very big on by itself. I think it's a really strong kind of, it's not super unpleasant, but it's not great. But when you put a little bit in there, in like a beef bowl, for instance, and you take a bite of, the beef and the rice and a little bit of the benishoga in there, it combines really, really well. Ultimately, one of these things I really like, so. And the other one I can deal with. Oh, I think this is based on the, kind of can't see it. One of the first character right there is Summer. So I guess this is like a Summer series release, which would make sense. That means I probably haven't had this one. Maybe I actually had the Yaki Ume again last year. So I could have sworn I bought them. I'm going to try to open these the North American chip bag way. It may not work, so I'm going to have to probably work around it because Japanese bags tend to be really tough. Oh, no. Hey. I don't have to upset anybody by ripping open the bag the long way. It's like, no, you share with people. I'm not sharing. Okay, and this is the same thing. I did say I'm not sharing with people mainly because nobody else is here. And I don't think anybody else would really necessarily like this flavor. And it's the same, but smelling the chips in the bag, it's the same thing I noticed with the Yaki Ume ones 4 years ago. All you smell is potato chips, despite the fact that those had a really strong flavor to them. You couldn't smell anything on the nose. All right. Let's give these guys a shot. They look pretty well seasoned. You can't really see it on camera until the background replacement takes it away. But I'll have to get a shot of one of these and we'll put it up on screen. But all right, here we go. Itadakimasu. All right, right away, you get like a nice little sour hit for the ume. And kind of in the background a little bit, mingling with it, you can taste the shiso. It tastes like potato chips as well, so you can't really avoid that. But there is like a slight herbaceousness. I'm wondering if let me see if I can find one that is a little bit more seasoned. Yeah, the shiso is not super strong. It's kind of just sitting there. And it's a nice little accent element, which is nice. I mean, I like these quite a bit. The yaki ume ones were really, really tasty because I already like sour things. Speaking of sour, we'll get back to it in this, the thing I'm thinking about in just a second. But those had a kind of, like, I like salt and vinegar chips. I like dill pickle chips. And that had that kind of thing going on where it was a little bit vinegary, sour, savory, sweet, salty, hitting all the notes. This one, I think they're a little bit, if I remember correct, these are, compared to what I remember with the other ones, these don't seem as strong for the ume flavor. It's like kind of this nice little, pop. I'm still holding these, I'm gonna eat them. But it's like this nice little pop of sourness. And then it kind of mellows out, but you can still get some of the shiso in the background. I can't really describe the flavor of shiso. If you've had it, you know what I'm probably talking about, or you at least have an idea. But it's just this, kind of herbaceousness. Not really. Maybe there was some pepperiness on it. It's not super strong when you add it with other things, and it's probably not even that. Maybe it's just strong to me, but. Ooh. All right. I got more shiso on the end on one of those other chips, but that's with combined. These are, as I don't put it in the camera, these are delicious. I like these quite a bit. This is something I hope I can find here because you can find the Koikeya strong brand of, usually the salt and, sorry, not the salt and vinegar, the sour cream and onion chips. Those are pretty easy to find. Some of the other flavors, it kind of just depends upon, I guess, what distribution for any of the Asian supermarkets and Japanese supermarkets. But yeah, that's a winner. Not for everybody though, because if you've had ume and you don't like it, I wouldn't recommend it. If you don't like sour things, I wouldn't recommend it either. Going back to sour things though. This is hide it there. This is off topic, but they just released these. If you remember last year, 2023, they ended up having ketchup flavored and hot mustard flavored Doritos. I want to say Paul and Aaron tried them. Pretty sure. I ended up trying them too. I made a few shorts on it. I liked them quite a bit. I was kind of sad that it was hot mustard and not like a ballpark mustard or just a yellow mustard. But that probably, if you go with the hot mustard, it stands out a little bit more. Combined, it's ketchup and mustard. Tastes good. I've seen the hot mustard. I think I have a bag over here, actually. Yeah, I do. So these are back. But they have a new one this year. And so I'm kind of hoping I can find the ketchup ones, because if mustard's out there, if I can find ketchup, I can combine them with this new flavor. Tangy Pickle. Now these, I honestly think they use the same seasoning. And you can't even see the seasoning. They just look like, regular Doritos with nothing on them. I think they use the same seasoning as the dill pickle Lay's or something very adjacent to it. But these guys, Again, if you hate pickles, you're gonna hate these. But if you dig dill pickles, if you like pickle flavored items, especially pickle flavored chips, those are delicious. You know what? It's go time, baby. All right, so here's a mustard one. Let us get ourselves pickle one. Make sure that bag doesn't fall over. So this is pickle, this is mustard. Let's give this a whirl. just tastes like vinegar. Not like, you know, thankfully not like a distilled vinegar. But since both of them end up having that as part of their ingredients, I'd say the hot mustard kind of overshadows the tangy pickle flavor, unfortunately. I mean, it's not bad, but the pickle by itself probably works better. Just eat it on its own and you'll be good to go. One last thing. These guys here. I haven't translated the package, but I know Paul has tried these out. I love the Yankee hairdo that this guy has, but it's a lemon. These are sour lemon candies. I think they make ume ones as well, and some. It's at least those. I don't know if there's like a third or fourth flavor, but these looked like they were pretty strong. But again, I like sour stuff. I should probably have my water on standby, just in case. So I ate Warheads as a kid, and one of my favorite ones was the lemon, and those usually were really sour. All right, let's get this guy open. It's actually a relatively big-sized candy. Oh, it's sticky. I was anticipating, like with Warheads, where it's like a drier surface on the outside with the sour powder. This one's actually kind of looks like a cough drop. Yeah, it is sticky. Oh wait, this has a filling. Oh damn. That's sour. All right, here we go. Oh, wait. Are these like toffees? They are. They're not hard candies. Wow. Oh man. That's good. Holy moly. Wow. That is sour. Whew. Yeah, no wonder it was sticky. Yeah, it's more like a toffee or soft candy, like a caramel. It's sticking to my teeth. Give me a moment. There we go. I definitely need a drink after that. Damn. Wowzers. Yeah, the candy on the outside is soft and it's lemon flavored, but it's sweet. It's not really all that sour. There is a liquid center to these suckers that once that hits your tongue, it just lights it up. Like, they're really good. But again, you hate sour stuff, especially like Warheads or anything like that. No wonder they call it Chosenjo, because I can handle that. It's just, it catches you off guard because you're kind of not anticipating. You know it's going to be sour, but how sour is it going to be? That's really sour. But I'll call them a winner. I think anybody, though, that you catch off guard with this may be a loser because they're going to have a rough time with these. I'm gonna have to take a few of these to work and catch some people off guard, but I think I'll save the rest for myself because hey, if I need to wake up, that's gonna do it. All right, I think that's everything we have to try out today, other than what I don't have French fries to try out with. But I want to take another chance to thank Paul at Critical Eats Japan for sending me the parcel. Very generous of them, and I really, really appreciate it. It's a lot of fun to be able to try out stuff. I can find all kinds of things out here pretty easily, but there's always stuff that's available just in Japan. Something like this. I mean, they might bring it over here, but that's a good question. And there's a lot of things that just do not make their way here to the US, or they're only in specific markets. If I went to like a Tokyo Central or Marukai in Southern California, like around the LA area, I'm pretty sure I could find quite a few different and quite a few more things. But based on living here in Southern Nevada, it's going to be a little bit harder to find this stuff. So I really appreciate the opportunity to be able to try some of these things out. But if you haven't been over there yet, make sure to check out Critical Eats Japan. They just finished up season 7 of The Burger Brothers. By the time this comes out, I think the video with the winners of their viewer poll on which burgers they should recreate from that season should be up. So make sure to check it out, give it a thumbs up. leave a comment over there. They do great work, as always. Really cool people. And thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Hopefully I'll be able to do something like this again relatively soon. With my current work schedule, it's kind of hard to find time to do much of anything, let alone sit down and record and, get stuff together. But we'll see what happens. Until next time, thank you again. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you later. Take it easy.